Am I right, Team Flash? Let's get turned.
Welcome to Flash Chat. It's me, Jess, and we have missed the Flash. It's been like a month since we've last seen our red speedster friend, and we left off with Big J revelations, Zoom, lots of theories have been thrown about, and we're excited to be back. And I have a cold, so if I cough throughout this whole thing, you know what? It's fine. And it'll be a delight anyways. I'd like to welcome my guests today. I have Dave Harlequin of Nerd Nation Magazine, Jada Diaz of Con Carolinas, and Michael Solar of Big Fandom Greenville. Dave, what have you got going on with Nerd Nation?
Oh man, well we just released the first early review of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, which we saw last night.
We saw it, yes.
And yeah, just still churning out the articles, still doing just what we do, you know, trying to keep up that nerd journalism.
And where can you find it? Because I want to read your review of
Sure, it's really easy, nerdnationmagazine.com.
Okay.
Maybe it'll magic look at that.
Look at that, nerdnationmagazine.com.
The magic of television.
Yes, it's magical. And yeah, we saw Batman vs Superman last night. No spoilers. Just go see it. I'm not going to say anything because you don't need my opinion. And Jada Diaz, Con Carolinas, tell us all about what's going on with the conventions.
Well, the convention is coming up June 3rd through the 5th.
Okay.
We are really excited. We have got a Tony Award-winning media guest of honor, Renee Auberjonois.
Oh, that's a name.
That is the name. And people from the Charlotte area who worked on The Patriot will remember him as the pastor or the preacher from there.
I forget that was filmed here because I didn't live in North Carolina. I don't believe. No, I maybe lived in Cary when that was happening.
Yeah,
good movie though.
Yeah, we're going to have a Patriot reunion. We've got the Star Trek Master of the Carolina Quadrant contest coming up at Con.
Oh, is this going to be a good one?
Yeah, we've got costume contests. We'll have over 300 hours of programming. You can go to panels, you know, from 9 o'clock in the morning and then game, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to be busy at our
Lots
con.
of good cosplay.
Yes.
Man, I'm excited for that one. And you said it's June 3rd through 5th?
June 3rd through the 5th. You can get your memberships at concarolinas.org.
Concarolinas.org. Go there. And another convention. We were like represented with the conventions. Big fan of Greenville. What's going on with that?
We're still booking some guests. We've got a lot of writers coming out. We're working with Nerd Nation Magazine, actually.
Nice.
We also have a Halloween party that's coming up prior to that. That's going to be on October 22nd.
Okay.
And that'll just be like a one-off party. DJs and fun and dancing and free candy.
I love it. We can get turned.
Yes,
like the
we can get turned.
It'll be cooler. It'll be definitely cooler than that bar that they went to.
I like that bar.
You like the bar?
I thought it was awesome. Okay,
Michael would be like totally. Maybe it'll be just like that.
Me and Cisco would hang out.
Okay, yes.
But also we have 3 concerts. We're going to be doing 3 concerts.
Okay.
And we've got dance parties nightly.
Love a dance
We're gonna have some room parties.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good time. And we're gonna be hanging out at Con Carolinas with you guys.
Yes.
So that's gonna be fun too. I can't wait.
So
I'm
many
excited.
conventions.
Room party.
Party.
It's all interconnected, the whole
It
con
is.
world.
It's all connected, and I have to mention WCCB Charlotte presents the Mad Monster Party is this weekend at the Sheraton Charlotte Hotel. So if you haven't gotten tickets yet, you can find them at WCCBCharlotte.com or madmonster.com. Buy tickets. I'll be there like the whole weekend, so come on, we'll have the street team. You can win some shirts. I know everybody loves the shirts, and we have some new ones, but we do not have a cool trajectory suit, and her suit was cool. And in the words of Cisco, it took 2 years, but we finally got a female speedster. So what do you guys think of trajectory?
I thought it was good.
Yeah?
I thought it was a good representation. It's not quite what the comic books have, but I think it was a nice insert for the show.
But you know, if it was the same as the comic books, then why watch?
We would know what's happening.
Yeah, we would know. And apparently, I guess her costume was a nod to, I forget who it was. It was some other character wore a similar looking costume, but I thought she was pretty cool. Now you'll see here, this is a big point of the show, the blue lightning. There's a lot of theories out there about Zoom, the blue lightning. It's been revealed that he's Jay, but you know, on the show, it's not always as it seems. So our lady speedster seemed to have a bit of she seemed to disappear. What do you think? Did she disappear for good? Or what happened when that blue lightning disapparated?
No. If there's no body, there's no body.
There's no body. It's like, what's it, soap opera rules apply here.
Yep.
There's
if
no
you don't
body.
see a body, you know, that person could easily reappear.
And so people say that she's now become part of the Speed Force, and that the Speed Force is a thing. that you can become part of. Do you think we'll see Trajectory at some point later in the season involved maybe in Zoom and his powers?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes.
For
I'll bet
it?
a penny on it.
I don't know.
Two and a half.
I was, if some point in time Barry gets caught up in more time travel or whatever, maybe he will see her on the way.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't feel she'll be back. I feel it's a minor character. But
There's going to be time
personal opinion,
travel
obviously.
next week, we saw.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So the Blue Lightning with Zoom, that they all figure out that, her cells degenerated, Jay was sick, Zoom sick, oh my gosh, Jay is Zoom. And it's because of the Velocity 9 that we're thinking is what's causing all this speedster madness. So the Velocity 9, that was a big part of this week's episode. Do you agree with the team, with the theory of Jay and Zoom, that, Zoom was Jay taking all this Velocity 9 and it's causing him to die off, and then that he kind of did that trick where he can mirror himself, and when it looks like we killed Jay in the episode, what do you guys think about that whole scenario?
I'm not 100% sure that the Zoom is the same Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to understand the multiverse theory. And so far, we've only seen Earth 1 and Earth 2.
That's true.
But there's, there'll be 49 other Earths right now.
There will be.
So, it could be any number of things.
Do you think that they're gonna throw in a third universe in this season?
Maybe.
That'd be a left field.
Well, we've got Barry, next week going back to basically season 1.
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
And trying to get Thawne to teach him.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing to say that we won't see. We basically already saw with, the Reverse Flash coming back and having an origin story.
Yeah. Before we get in, I have a theory about Zoom, Zoom. Before we get into my theory about the Zoom, Velocity 9, you saw in that last clip we just played that Jesse Quick has been injected with it. And we know in the comic books that Jesse Quick is quick. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think, now she's left, we see her leave to Opal City, which my friend Mike Worth, he's a local artist, he said that Opal City is where Black Condor and Elongated Man are from. And I didn't know that. And do you think that's going to play into it at all? Eventually?
I don't think we've seen the last of Jessie Quick, and I think we're going to see her again, powered up with the Speed Force.
Yeah.
At least I really, really hope so.
Do you think that injection of that Speed Force is going to be something that lasts, or will take place in the future?
I think, because with a lot of drugs, some things embed themselves permanently into your body, and they never actually go away.
Yeah.
So I think that's possible. Also, we don't know what version of Velocity that Jay was actually on, because if he was working on his own, then he's got his own. So
and her own too.
Yeah. So
and she could have injected. Well, no, because it was.
Hers was reverse engineered, so she only had 3 of the components. The other one she had to figure out on her own.
Yeah, I'm curious to see.
Trajectory.
Yeah, Trajectory.
Yeah, with Jesse Quick, I'm not so sure we're going to see her take a performance-enhancing, Velocity drug, because she's seen what it can do.
And she's very smart.
Yes.
She's too smart for it. I don't know. I felt like something was going to happen there, and I want to get to this in a second, but there's something else with her and Wally. So we know that the Velocity 9 is what's causing these problems. So at least so we think. And the team, is because of Cisco's vibing, we have figured out, the team now all knows the identity of what it appears that Zoom is. This was a really cool scene. Now, did you guys notice, like, throughout the whole episode last night, did you notice it was when he was touching something near the hat? Yeah. I noticed it, but I was like, maybe I'm just thinking that. Yeah. So it was subtle, but well done, Flashlings. And this scene in this, first of all, what's that room? I guess it's just his lab.
Is that the room where he kept?
Maybe.
The masked man, who I think is another Jay.
You think it's another Jay? So this is my theory on the Jay thing. The people at Flash TV Talk Podcast have a pretty cool theory about a cobalt blue type of twin situation. I think that it's going to be something more, and I could be totally wrong, but something more like like we kind of saw with Trajectory in her lab when the Velocity 9 was making her personality kind of split, a physical manifestation of the split of Jay. So I'm thinking that Earth 2 Jay split himself in 2, evil bad Zoom, and then Jay Garrick, who was at the lab trying to regenerate himself with Earth 1 Star Labs team, and then bad Zoom killed him. That's my thought, and that Earth 1 Jay Garrick very well could be Hunter Zolomon, could be actually in that mask. That's my theory. I'm gonna stick with it because I like to stick with it.
Could also be someone. Could also be Zoom. Could be Jay Garrick from the future.
True. Is that so? What's your? Are you sticking with that theory?
I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to go with that one. It sounds more reasonable.
Okay. What are our other Jay theories here?
Yeah, I also agree with the from the future. It's quite possible that he's abused his body so long, and then there are no more speedsters around, and so he's got to come back to the past to where he can have access to speedsters and
find Barry.
Exactly.
And get his speedsterness. What do you think?
I think that just like a performance-enhancing drug on this Earth, that it has warped Jay so badly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would think that he split himself in two. I don't know the mechanics that would work. But I definitely think that Zoom is probably from a future.
Okay. Yeah, or just kind of like
a different Earth.
Multi-dimensional.
And he's, able to travel into each of the Earths and pick and choose what he wants.
Yeah. He's still, you know what though? He's still not I still think Sketchy Wells was a little scarier. He's still not my favorite villain. Yeah. He's a good villain, but something about him, he's not my favorite one.
Well, with Zoom, we still don't have a personality with him. We just have that angry all the time.
Yeah.
I just want to kill Barry or get Barry or whatever. With Wells, we had a relationship because we got to see sort of both sides of it.
Yeah.
We got to see him as a caring person, but as a villain too.
I always wonder how long they held that from Teddy Sears, the actor. Like, you're actually going to be Zoom. Like, I wonder when they told him, or if it was maybe just when he read the script, because that would be really cool.
Right.
So what I was talking about before with Wally and the Mutant Watch, the Metahuman mutant. This is not X-Men. The Metahuman Watch that Jessie Quick was wearing, that her daddy made her wear out to the bar, which is kind of a weird thing to just have your daughter wear out to the bar.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with it?
As a father of a daughter.
What if it was a good Metahuman?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so just Metahuman Watch, that's where it's at in child protection. I guess we'll get them. Okay, so we're okay with the Metahuman Watch, but you notice it beeps every time she holds her hand near Wally. Did you guys freak out a little bit there?
A little bit. I've been waiting ever since they introduced Wally West. I've been waiting on Wally West to flash.
And
Kid Flash.
Kid Flash, and but it's like on the sly that they do it. They're very good about the subtle things in the show, and like I was saying earlier, so we see that Jessie Quick was injected, Wally West is beeping at the Metahuman thing, and they kind of seem to have a little spark and a connection. I'd love for it to be some weird kind of Bonnie and Clyde thing where they love each other and they both want to be speedsters. Maybe it's like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. We must take the Speed Force. I don't know. Do you guys think there's going to be something more there with those two characters?
I think it's definitely building that way.
They wouldn't put him in with those names.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a teaser, but it's even with with Caitlin Snow.
Yeah.
It was a teaser, but there was an alternate Killer Frost.
And I would like to note, Caitlin Snow has not been wearing blue anymore. So I feel like we may be done with that chapter in Caitlin Snow's life.
That poor woman.
The poor woman. I know. Gosh, she's handling it well.
Yeah.
She should call off. I guess she can't when there's Central City to save. Another couple. Our little favorite awkward couple is the West Allen. For all our West Allen shippers out there, Iris and Barry. And I tell you what, Iris looked good this episode. I liked her outfits that they picked out for her. And her character's really coming along this season. This was a cute, awkward moment. I don't mean that I think that they've really done a good job of building her up. But they have this awkward moment about their doppelgangers and they're being married in the future.
And whatever that world's Netflix and chill is.
Netflix and chill, yes. That was, these some good references. The Kanye West. Wells is a fan of Kanye West, which I guess Kanye West is the same in both worlds.
Beyonce's a senator.
Beyonce's, that was my favorite part. I think maybe though Kanye West is Zoom. You heard it here first.
Mic drop.
Boom, off. So do you think, I don't think we're gonna see a West Allen relationship, not even until maybe season 4.
I think it's a classic sort of Scully and Mulder situation where you have to have that sexual tension. It has to be always there but never fulfilled.
Yeah, and then every time there's an inkling of her maybe being with Barry or they're talking about it, and then her boss comes in, they go on a coffee date. That's awkward. Yeah. They say don't crap or you eat. I don't know, girl. Maybe don't date your boss. That's not what the saying is. But this is streaming live, so I don't know what to say it. But so, what do you think about this Iris date? Do you think this has some legs to it? Do you think she's going to end up dating her boss?
I mean, they might, but it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. No, of course
it's
not.
doomed.
Never gonna work.
It's doomed. It's zoomed and doomed.
Doomed.
Yeah.
I like though that it's always because of a Barry influence, because she was protecting Barry as the Flash. She ended up like, detouring and going to coffee with him, and now like they have a little budding romance. So really, because of her relationship with Barry is why she's not dating Barry. Just kind of sad.
Honestly, anyone who's related to Barry in any way just shouldn't have a relationship because it's just going to go bad anyway.
Yeah, don't date the speedsters.
Hero doesn't get to be happy.
That's where you need the metahuman watch. We're at the bar.
Nope.
I wish this had powers. It's just a regular watch. Yeah, so some of the really funny moments I thought this episode were, like we said, the Senator Knowles, and they worked in. I love that the writing is so modern. Like, you can tell the people who write the show live on Earth and watch, other things. And so they worked in Kanye West, Beyonce Knowles. I love Beyonce. It was a fun episode. They had some really great moments and some really great lines, but next week's episode looks fantastic because Rick Cosnett appears to be back, and I missed Eddie Thawne. Take a look at the trailer for next week's episode.
Who are you? I mean, who are you really?
Dr. Wells, come on, it's me. It's Barry.
No, you're from the future.
I remember this.
The time reigns after someone who's traveled back through time and doesn't know what they're doing. Scary, aren't they?
Holy Harry Potter.
The Flash, only this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
I know it's an actor thing to do, like he probably really does this, but Tom Cavanaugh sits in a mirror and practices creepy smiles, because that was some good creepy smiles and some sketchy wells. But I do like his relationship with Barry in this season is legitimately, unless there's some really, I don't really at this point think there's some deep dark thing that he's hiding. Could be still, that's the whole point of the show. He really does have, like, when Barry was talking to Trajectory about, like, you don't need the drug, it's always like Barry has learned the lesson, and you see Harrison Wells kind of nod, like, back at Star Labs, like, that you tell her, you learn. So they really do have a very kind of like, almost like father-son relationship this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think there's anything more with Wells?
I think there's always something
True.
more with Wells, but I loved that he talked Barry out of taking the shortcut.
Yeah.
So I think that Wells has some twisted, sick reason for it.
Yeah.
But he's trying to he's almost like a moral compass at this point.
I agree.
And it makes me scared.
I'm glad that Barry did. We knew Barry wasn't going to take the Velocity 9, and I hope he still doesn't. I'm glad he doesn't. I could use the Velocity 9 of like Dayquil. That would be one that was everlasting once it stays with us. But I'm excited to see. I'm glad that the team has figured out who the identity-ish of Zoom is, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I feel like every time they do a big reveal kind of like that, like next week's episode is going to be more fluff. It'll be cool, but more fluff. And then some bigger things will happen. And there's another like quick hiatus, which, come on guys, just keep feeding them to us. We like it. I wanted to give some shout outs to some of my Twitter friends that live tweet with me. I didn't live tweet last night, but I usually do, but we do always have conversations at Culpin Desai, the Flash After Show on thestream.tv. We've got Devon Stewart and Jack Hind. Those are my pals out in LA, I think that's where they are. But if you watch the show live and you tune onto thestream.tv, you can actually watch their live after show at 9:15 here on the East Coast. And they are fun to watch, and I support them. At Ryan M. Spencer 1, he's always tweeting at me. And at Pace Hour W10, West Pace Hour is my friend's brother, and he's going to be on the show. And man, it's been a big week of comics. Superman, Batman, Arrows tonight. No Legends tomorrow, as far as I know, so I should
not till the
cram watch
31st.
them. But we do have more fun this weekend at Mad Monster Party, Sheraton Charlotte Hotel. Go to WCCB-Charlotte.com. If you'd like to go, the street team is going to be there playing Plinko for prizes. I will have no voice by the end of it, certainly, but there's going to be some rad cosplay and all kinds of fun stuff. And that is all for Flash Chat today. Thanks to everybody who joined us live streaming. Thanks to my guests for being here. Make sure you check out their conventions in Nerd Nation magazine, and we will see you next week.